Right, lads, okay, so this is video number one. What I want to do in this first one is to get you used to writing a date by yourself, knowing how to do that independently, and then we're going to mop up, basically, some of the sheets that are left over from the end of the last booklet. So if you can make sure, first of all, that you can all turn to this sheet. Okay, anybody who's having trouble finding these sheets, I'll make sure that there are spares left at the front. First thing you will do then is to find it and stick it in. Okay, so if that's you, do that now. The rest of you just turn to this sheet. Okay, so first of all, I want to practice what we've got on there. So we've got basically people asking for directions, and I know we've looked at this already, but we've got Entschuldigung, Entschuldigung or Entschuldigen Sie, and we concentrated, didn't we, on the fact that if it's on its own, it can be Entschuldigung, but if it's got the Z in it, and you're being super polite, okay, because that's the formal way of doing it, it has to be Entschuldigen. Right, everybody should have headphones on, so nobody should be listening to you. So can you just repeat that, please? Can you say Entschuldigung? Entschuldigung. Good. And then entschuldigen Sie bitte. Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Lovely. Okay. Right. So here we go. We've got three sections, if you remember, in this table. We've got this section, then a shaded section, and then this section. Can you remember why there were three different sections in the table? Right, I'm hoping that you've come up with the fact that it was to do with different words for the, so it's the different genders, and everything up here is der, okay? This is all for der words, so we know that all of those three there are der, and then these three are for D words, so we know that every single one of these is a D word, and then all of that is for das words, so that every one of these is das. Now we know that these are the word for the, so we don't add them into our sentences, but it does tell us why this is one group, and this is one group, and this is another group. And why is it important? What's the difference in the way you ask your questions in the three sections? Have a look. Okay, so hopefully you've remembered and spotted that it's some and wo is der, okay? So some for der words, but zur for wo is D, so D words, and then some again if it's a das word. Okay, so like I said, nobody else should be listening to you. So I'm going to ask you to find some sentences on the grid before we move on. So how would you say, excuse me, how do I get to the cathedral? Okay, so you should have Entschuldigung, wie komme ich zum Dom? Okay, next one. How would you say, where is the airport? Okay, I didn't ask for the Entschuldigung, but you could have Entschuldigung. And then where is the airport? Wo ist der Flughafen? Okay, next one. And excuse me, please. What's the best way to the tram stop? So you should have spotted, Entschuldigen Sie bitte, wie komme ich am besten zur Straßenbahnhaltestelle? Okay, because the Straßenbahn is the tram and a Haltestelle is the stop. It's literally the Halte, the stopping Stelle place. Okay, how would you say, how do I get to the stadium? Okay, hopefully you've got, wie komme ich zum Stadion? Okay, at the bottom there. And then how would you say, where is the town hall? Wo ist das Rathaus? Lovely. Okay. All right, a little bit of revision on that, so we're fine and we're going to move on. Okay, at the bottom of the page, you've got some sentences. Straighten that up. There we are. Giving directions. Okay, so you've got es ist nicht oder ziemlich oder sehr weit weg. So it's either not far away, or it's quite far away, or it's very far away. And then you're telling somebody which street to take. So nehmen Sie die erste Straße links, the first street on the left, die zweite Straße, and that could be rechts or links, couldn't it? Or the dritte Straße, links or rechts. Und gehen Sie, right, listen, geradeaus, for straight on, über die Brücke, for over the bridge, Über die Kreuzung for over the crossroads. Über die Ampel for through the traffic lights. Links an der Ampel for left at the traffic lights. An der Ampel vorbei, so past the lights. Die Ecke, around the corner. Or bis zur Ecke, which is as far as or up to the corner, as far as the corner. Okay, so let's do a little bit of repeating. So listen to this one first of all. How would you say geradeaus? Can you copy that? Geradeaus. So you're splitting it there. Okay, there's the two words. You've got gerade and aus. So do that again. Geradeaus. Great. Okay, be careful with these used with umlaut. So it's über die Brücke. Okay, über die Brücke. Can you say that? Über die Brücke. Good. So we've got über die Kreuzung. And remember that Z is a TS sound, isn't it? So über die Kreuzung. Cool. Then we've got über die Ampel. Links an der Ampel. An der Ampel vorbei. Okay, remembering, just throw my pen about. Remembering that EI there makes an I sound. And die Ecke. And bis zur Ecke. Okay, so let's get into our books then and start writing things down. On the first blank page in your book, you're going to write the date. Now, this is going to be for all of the year 9, so you'll all have lessons on different days. So remember, first of all, on the left-hand side, you are going to write the word classwork. Okay, and you're going to underline that with a ruler, which hopefully you've got, which I don't seem to have in my drawer. So ridiculously, I'm going to underline it with a pencil. Pretty sure I'll be somebody in the class having to do that as well, won't there? Now remember, when we're writing our date, we start halfway across the line. So let's imagine any day of the week. So I'm going to write all your options here. So you've got Montag, if your lesson is Monday. If this lesson is Tuesday, you're going to write Dienstag. If it's Wednesday, you're going to write Mittwoch. If it's Thursday, you're going to write Donnerstag. If it's Friday, you are going to write Freitag. Okay, then put a comma. And every single time you need den for the. You can then use just the number for the actual date. So is going to be the 5th when you go back. It's going to be Thursday the 5th. So I'll use that as the example, but you put any number, whichever the date is for your lesson. And that dot is the equivalent to doing the th, so you haven't got to write ten. And then all of our dates initially are going to be January, so that's Januar, okay, without the Y on the end for German. Januar, Januar, Januar. And then another little comma, and 2023. Because we're into the new year. So please make sure that you've chosen the correct day, that you've written the comma, that you've written den, that you've written your date just as a number with a full stop for the th, and you've written Januar 2023. Okay? So you'll have written your correct date. Under that, you'll write your title. And your title is going to be Directions Revision. So again, get your nice ruler out. But do not copy me with a dodgy pencil. And there we go. Okay, and I want a subheading first of all, because I just want to write down some of the phonics we just looked at. So phonics first of all, let's have a look at this. We had, let's do U-Bahn Station. So, U-Bahn Station. And this is what I'm thinking of, okay? That T-I, stats, C. Okay, station. The other one I wanted to do from further down here was Kreuzung, which is the same effect. That Z is a TS. So Kreuzung, So, okay, tss, that's another tss sound. Okay. And the other thing I just wanted you to remind yourself of is this geradeaus and how it splits. So gerade, and I want you to align like that, and then aus. Okay, just to remind yourself, gerade is one word and then aus, so that you don't try to make that E and A go together, geradeaus. Lovely. Okay, so then you're going to put another little subheading over here, and you're going to go directions, translation. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little direct translation based on the 2 pages or the 2 sentence builders that we've got there. Fairly straightforward, fairly short. I'm going to write it in English, so please write it in English first. Then you can pause the video and actually do the translation. Okay, so here we go. Grab your pen. What I would like you to write is, excuse me. In fact, let's go, excuse me, please. What's the best way where should we go? Something you might, oh, let's go to the town hall, to the town hall. Okay, question. So write that down in English first, okay? This over slightly. So, okay, so excuse me, please, what's the best way to the town hall? Lovely, and let's label that A. And then B is going to give some directions, okay? So B is going to say, it is not very, there's more than one in that box, far. Take the first street on the right and go straight ahead. And let's have go around the corner and past the lights and the town hall. Right, the next bit I'm going to give you, I will give you as part of your answer because you haven't learned how to do this yet, so don't panic. And the town hall is on the left hand side. Okay, so once you've written that out in English, you might need to pause with this on the screen to catch up with me. Once you've written it out in English, go straight on and do the translation underneath. Okay, and then once you've done that and got as far as the town hall is, that's as far as you can go because I need to then tell you the next bit. Stop there, okay, and then play the video again and I will be going through the answers. When I go through the correct version of the translation, can you grab your purple pens please as well and make sure that any corrections or any marking that you do on here happens in purple pen. Okay, right, pause the video now and have a go. Right, okay, let's have a look. So, hey, excuse me, please, what's the best way to the town hall? So you should have Ent, Schul, die, Gung, Sie. Ah, what am I doing? Entschuldigung. I'm making exactly a mistake because I was going to just go for, excuse me, wasn't I? Sorry. Me making mistakes that I'm telling you not to make. No point changing your mind and then forgetting that you changed your mind. Right, once that's dry, I'll be writing Entschuldigen. Sie, bitte. Okay, and what's the best way to the town hall? So, wie komme ich am besten some rat. Yeah, that's not flying anytime too soon, is it? Rat. H will be there. A-U-S. Rathaus. Okay, don't worry, we will correct that in a minute. Wie komme ich am besten zum Rathaus? Okay, so here we go. B says, right, es ist nicht sehr weit. Okay, nehmen Sie. Remember that we need these capital S's on our Z's, okay? Come on to next. Nehmen Sie die erste Straße. Right, we have the first street on the right, rechts, and go straight ahead. Und gehen Sie geradeaus. Lovely. Go around the corner. Right, now we just got to loop back now, look. Because we've got to the end, we've gone, es ist nicht sehr weit weg. Add that back in. Nehmen Sie die erste Straße rechts und gehen Sie geradeaus. Now we've just got to jump back again because we want to say, go around the corner. So come back to gehen Sie die Ecke. So just start a new sentence, capital letter, gehen Sie die Ecke. Cool. So go around the corner and past the lights. So and again, we don't need the gehen Sie again. You can just say an der Ampel vorbei. Und an der Ampel vorbei. Great, okay. And the town hall is on the left-hand side. So und. And remember, our town hall is down here. So das Rathaus. Okay, you should know ist for is, but the next bit we haven't done, so I'm going to show you how to do that. On the left-hand side, you say auf, so for on, der linken Seite. And that's how you say on the left-hand side, auf der linken Seite. So how do you think you would say on the right-hand side? Okay, so hopefully you've guessed that it would be auf der rechten Seite. Cool. Okay, let's see if I can correct this. Yeah, my Tipp-Ex probably still isn't right. Let's have a look. Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Wie komme ich am besten zum Rathaus? There we go. Double check your spelling on that. Okay, right, hopefully that's all right. Feel free to give it some ticks with your purple pen, correct any mistakes, make sure that you've got your capitals. Remember things like Rathaus is a noun, so it needs a capital. Z is polite formal form, so you need a capital on that. Another Z there. Straße is a noun. Another Z there. Ecke is a noun. Ampel is a noun. Rathaus is a noun. And Seite is a noun, so make sure that those are all capitals. Okay? If you missed them and had to correct them, then by all means write a little note underneath as well, saying what it was you did, why you corrected it. Okay? Excellent. Well done.